I've been thinking about something. What ain't right? Now, we can start right here in Bakersfield. I know what you're thinking. You're saying, hey, buddy, you're messing with my hometown. Well, listen, Bakersfield, the guy with the most bucks is actually named Buck. The sheriff is really a highway patrolman. The mayor is an ambulance driver. The summers are 9 months long, sandwiched in between two glorious little seasons. The Thule fog, I can't see my friggin' hood ornament season. And the poisonous pollen dust storm season. Brings tears to my eyes just thinking about that one. Oh yeah. Summertime in Bakersfield, where the little bluebirds turn brown and drop out of the trees and burn up on the melting asphalt below. Summertime, where you crawl into your car and the dashboard is bubbling up like a slab of sizzling in a fry pan. That ain't right. That ain't right a bit. But they say it's dry heat. If you get too much dry heat, just take yourself a refreshing dip in our dried out river, okay? You jump in there, you don't worry about drowning, you worry about getting dirt in your eye. I can't see nothing, Shirley, save me. There's lots more wrong with Bakersfield. You take that Jose Arredondo guy. Now, what's with him? Police, people. Look at this. I copied these down driving over here tonight. These things are on billboards across this town. This ain't right. Stay focused. You know, this guy's got more slogans than he's got cars. I'm not kidding you. It's all over the board. Stay focused. We treat you like family. We treat you better than family. Aim high. We're neighbors. We're better than your neighbors. We're in this together. Yeah, right up until the first car payment, then that guy's out of there. You know, this guy ought to follow his own advice and stay focused. My favorite one is treat you like family. Yeah, like the Manson family, maybe. Yeah, he's got Lyle and Kyle Mendez working in the service department. OJ's out back slicing prices. Winona Ryder's heading up finance. Man, that ain't right. You know, I'm not kidding you, but he's buying up stuff, this Jose Arredondo. You better watch out. Buck better watch out, too. I've seen him out there eyeing the Bakersfield sign for his new putt-putt golf course. That'll piss Buck off. Yeah, that ain't right. Yeah, he bought himself a hotel right down there on Brundage Avenue. Yeah, he calls it the Family Hotel. Treat you like family. And they do too, because at 10 o'clock in the morning they come around and knock on your room door. Hey, when are you going to get a place of your own? That's just like family. I'm not kidding you, that's what it did. Of course, the Get buses in this town, and there's something there. They named it Get Bus. You know why? Because when you're waiting for it, you're saying, when's that thing going to get here? And when you're driving behind one, you're saying, get the out of here! You know, I don't like riding buses anyway, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why right now buses are no good. I figure if they want exact change, they ought to take you exactly where you want to go. That's what I think, but they don't. That's just what I'm thinking. And the people who ride buses, they're not right. I took a bus from Pixley down to Arvin to watch the circus last week. It wasn't the Ringling Brothers, it was the Arvin City Council. But anyway... You know, what's with that? There's 11 people that live in Arvin. I don't want to read about it. Okay, now here, I'm sorry. And talking about the newspaper now, just excuse me, but has anyone noticed, or is it just me? Is the Monday morning edition of the Bakersfield, California thinner than the weekly readers we used to get in the 3rd grade? Is it? Yeah, I think you know where I'm going there. Well, anyway, I'm on this bus from Pixley to Arvin. And, you know, these people don't look right. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to rip my tutu and then it's going to be in trouble. Then I see a guy falls right out of his seat and goes into some convulsions. His eyes roll back in his head. His tongue hangs out. And his buddy says, we got to get him off the bus. He's been drinking for 13 days straight. So they pull over and he gets out. Then I'm thinking, who's going to drive now? You know what I mean? And 45 minutes inside a get bus, and I'll tell you something. After 45 minutes with them people, I called up Unsolved Mysteries and said, hey, I found them all. I just want to say one more thing about Jose Arredondo. Now I'm going to get off but you know what? I don't know, it's just me, but I think that buying a car is too stressful. I think it'd be a lot better if everyone had to do like Dr. Seuss language when they was buying a car. It'd be like this. The car is nice, the look is handsome, but the price you ask, it's a king's ransom. There is no need for me to stay. I will not buy this car today. Could you on a dare if I threw in factory air? I could not on a dare. I do not want your factory air. Gads, green eggs and ham. Reconsider, Mr. Sam. If I threw in a music box, would you take that Audi Fox? Sorry, Sonny, I have no money. Besides, the Audi drives a little funny. Don't be afraid. How about a trade? A trade? I would not trade you for a goat. I would not trade you for my boat. I would not trade you for my little cat that wears a hat or the mouse that lives in my house. I would trade you for a duck, but I'd probably still get, hey, how much is that pickup truck? Now, wouldn't it be better if we lived that way? I think it would be. Just thinking, Stop it! People piss me off. Now here, that covers what's wrong with Bakersfield, okay? If you got some more, send them in. All right, relatives. Okay, let me just tell you this. Do you remember when you was a little kid and you always thought that your dad was like Superman? And then you grew up and you said, gee, he's just like every guy that wears tights and a cape. That's all. Not really a Superman. Now, my brother, he falls under relatives. He's a taxidermist. He mounts things. That's how he met my sister-in-law. And they got 2 kids, twins. They got twins. Hell, if I had twins, I'd keep one for the extra parts. Anyway, the kids, he named them biblical names. He got them the names right out of the Bible. He named the little girl Mary and the little boy Satan. Yeah. Satan, he ain't right, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I was babysitting over there at their house, taking care of the 2 little children, sitting out on the front porch with my ankle weights on and my little sister's Harry Potter t-shirt, eating some of them little wieners with a toothpick in them that's got cheese whiz squirted inside. Them are good. Anyway, Montel was on the TV and I was just kicking back. And little Satan comes running out of the screen door, coming out on the porch, holding his finger up and crying. I said, Satan. I went over and gave Satan a little kiss. I said, boo-boo? He said, no, booger, thanks. See, there you go. Them kids ain't right. My sister, she's engaged to a fella. Well, actually, they're living together. I think it's serious, though. They're talking about getting a dog or getting married. Right now, they can't decide whether to ruin their carpets or their lives. You know what I mean? Yeah. My Aunt Shirley died. She's cremated. I'm pretty sure that's what did it. But anyway, you know, no one in my family ages well, if you know what I mean. I think someone peed in our gene pool somewhere back there. You know what I mean. I think they might have peed in my gene pool. All right. Relatives, all right. Oh, speaking of age, The oldest man in the world is a Frenchman. And he says that the secret to old age is every morning get up and get a little olive oil. Now that ain't new because Popeye's been doing that for years. Looks pretty good though. All right. Gun control. That ain't right. Now I'm not here to argue with anyone, but you know these guys that wear the mufflers over their ears, they claim that the automatic grenade launchers are a legitimate hunting rifle. Yeah, well you can also use a chainsaw to cut butter, but it's going to get a little messy around muffin time if you know what I mean. It ain't right. Middle East. That's in the paper. I'm hurrying, but I just want to say two more things. The Middle East ain't right. I think they ought to take the countries of Iraq and Iran and combine them into one country and call it Irate. And then all the pissed off people can go live there. You know what I mean? That's what I say. Which brings us down. We're going to skip the dumb people because obviously you people are all here. All right, now, sex. Sex is one of the most beautiful, natural things that money can buy. And I'm telling you, as the Winter Wonderland, I once made love for an hour and 5 minutes, girls. I remember because it was the day we pushed our clocks ahead, and that was a big day in my life. I failed to see the humor in that. Personally, is there any single people out there? I got single people. Single people, you know, they're the only people that they make certain items for. Like they make Campbell's soup for one. Why don't they call it what it really is? Cream of loser soup. You know what I mean? Go home and just add tears. Don't turn on the ferry. Come on. Show a little respect. I came all the way from Pixley to be here tonight. Had to go through Delano, the international city. All right. Ah, someone from Delano. All right. Oh, about this. Personally, I want to tell you single people, I have found that it's best to date homeless people. They're more likely to spend the night. That's how I see it. I know what you're thinking. You're saying, well, are you very romantically inclined? You bet I am. Actually, it's been a long time for the Winter Wonderland Ferry. Sometime I shave one of my legs just to see what it feels like to sleep with someone else. That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right. Viagra, and that falls under the sex column, Viagra. Thank you. Now, Viagra is an odd drug. A lot of men have died using Viagra. A lot of men have died using Viagra. Wouldn't it be funny if Viagra never really helped impotence? It just was an early sign of rigor mortis. That ain't right.